Let's say, totally hypothetically, you want to know how a nuclear bomb works. Just for science, obviously. So sit back. No buttons to push it. All begins with atoms. You know those tiny building blocks of everything? Most of them are. Chill but some, like uranium-235 or plutonium-239, they're unstable, which is perfect because unstable means energetic. And energetic means ... boom. These atoms have big, chunky nuclei. If you split them, say with a fast-moving neutron, they break apart and release a ridiculous amount of energy. Plus, they spit out more neutrons. Those neutrons go on to split more atoms. And that is called a chain reaction. Basically, dominoes, but atomic and terrifying. Now, for a nuclear bomb to work, you need to cause that chain reaction quickly, uncontrollably, and all at once. There are two main methods. First method, the gun-type bomb. Picture this: 2 pieces of uranium safely separated. Nothing happens. Until a conventional explosive fires one piece into the other. Boom, they slam together, reaching critical mass. A nuclear chain reaction begins. Flash, fireball. Everything changes. This was the design used on Hiroshima, little boy. Crude, yes, but devastatingly effective. Second method, the implosion-type bomb. This one's a bit more sophisticated. A core of plutonium is surrounded by high explosives precisely arranged to detonate at the exact same moment. The blast compresses the plutonium inward, like squeezing a grape into a diamond. At a critical point, boom, a nuclear chain reaction begins. This was the design used for Fat Man. The bomb dropped on Nagasaki. These reactions unfold in millionths of a second. The energy released, we're talking millions of degrees, a shock wave powerful enough to flatten entire cities, and light so intense it can blind you before you even feel the heat. Fallout and the long shadow. But the explosion, that's just the beginning. Radiation follows, invisible, deadly, and persistent. Fallout, radioactive dust and debris, spreads for hundreds of kilometers, poisoning everything it touches: buildings, soil, water, people. Even if you survive the blast, the aftermath is brutal: burns, cancer, genetic damage. This isn't just destruction. This is science turned into apocalypse. The Manhattan Project. This wasn't an accident. The first nuclear bombs were built during World War II under the top-secret Manhattan Project. 130,000 people, $2 billion, and one goal: build it before the Nazis. And they did. The first nuclear test, called Trinity, illuminated the desert in 1945. Just 1 month later, the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki reshaped history. The balance of terror. Since then, we've been living in a nuclear paradox. The more we build, the less we use. It's called mutually assured destruction, MAD for short. Basically, if you nuke us, we'll nuke you harder. And somehow, that keeps global war at bay. The knowledge exists. The weapons exist, but we don't push the button. Not because we can't, but because we know exactly what happens when we do. Final thought. So now you know how a nuclear bomb works. The physics is elegant. The engineering, genius. The consequences, terrifying. Which is why this knowledge is power, but also responsibility. So next time someone tells you science is boring, look them dead in the eye and say, one equation helped split the atom and nearly split humanity. And hey, if you want more terrifying science explained by Stickmen, subscribe. You never know when the next button might get pushed.
Holding the Bible.